Shout out to Alejandro Chavez. He hit me with a nice bit of news on Twitter. So Ariel Helwani has broke the news. So Jessica Ai, this whole time she was saying she has a fight. She has a fight. She has a fight. Yada, yada, yada. Well, it's out. We know who the fight is against now. It's Katlyn Chookagian. This is interesting, man. Jessica Ai versus Katlyn Chookagian at UFC 230 in Toronto on December 8th. The same card as Valentina Shevchenko versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk for the title fight. This sounds a lot like a title eliminator match. It really does sound like a title eliminator match. It looks like they're booking these two to fight one another. The next person gets the crack at Valentina. No shade to JJ. It just is what it is. We know it's about to go down there. No shade to JJ. We just already know. Real fans can see the future in this one. All the real fans can see the future. So, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's like, what else would it be? Jessica Ai is saying that she's the backup for the fight. I don't know who Jessica Ai is related to. I have no clue who this girl is related to or what's going on with her or why the UFC really likes her that much. But she has gotten every single lucky draw in the book. She should have been cut well before the flyweight division was even made. Let's just pull up her record really quickly. Jessica Ai is 13-6. Let me break it down how you guys know I like to break it down. I like to just do the UFC fights. UFC fights only. She is 3-6 in the UFC. 1, 2, 3 wins, 6 losses, 1 no contest in the UFC. She had 4 losses in a row. Before she beat Kalindra Faria back at the beginning of this year, she was on a 3-year losing streak. No lie. She had not won a fight in 3 years. That's just a little bit of perspective. That's just a tiny little bit of perspective. And you want me, yes, she's put together 2 wins in a row. Yes. But now you want me to expect this to be a title. I just like a title eliminator match. I really don't like the idea of it. I was discussing this with Alejandro on Twitter. We were just kind of talking about it a little bit. And, he feels like that too. Like it's a title eliminator match and it's just not fair. It's not that it's not fair. It's just weird. A girl who hadn't won a fight in 4 years, in 3 years. And this is her comeback. This is her comeback year. Next year, she should be fighting for a title. Possibly if she strings together 2 more wins. Now, a win against Katlyn Chookagian. No shade at all to Katlyn Chookagian. A win against her is a big deal. I will give her props for that. If Jessica Ai beats Katlyn Chookagian, yeah, that's a pretty decent name because Katlyn, no lie, this girl is pretty good. I mean, she's 10-1. She's 10-1. She has the same 2-fight win streak in the flyweight division as Jessica Ai. Right? She has the same 2-fight win streak. The only thing is Katlyn Chookagian also has wins in bantamweight. Right? Katlyn Chookagian's record in the UFC, 4-1. Before she came into the UFC, undefeated fighter. Okay? So we're just talking about there's just levels. There's a different level and this would be strange. The only shining light at the end of the tunnel about this is that there is no way in hell that Katlyn Chookagian loses a fight to Jessica Ai. Sorry. That's just never happening. It's almost like, that's like Valentina losing the fight against Joe Schmo off the street. That's like me going to Joe Schmo off the street right now, just walking outside. Hey, how much do you weigh? Oh, okay, 125. I want you to fight Valentina Shevchenko, and I think that you're going to win. Nobody would believe that, right? Nobody would believe that at all. So we know that that's not going to happen. So now we're talking about Katlyn Chookagian. Katlyn Chookagian being up for a title. It's actually not that bad. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? If Katlyn Chookagian beats Jessica Ai, she's now 3-0 in flyweight. And she's 5-1 in the UFC. And then she's 11-1 total. The record just looks really good. Now, Katlyn Chookagian, she flies under the radar quite a bit. She trains with Sijara Eubanks. And See, this is the problem with that. Now Sijara Eubanks, I'm pretty sure that she's going to be steaming in the gym. You know, she can't be too upset because this is her teammate, but I believe that she's going to be steaming internally. This is annoying. That's what it is. It's annoying as shit. It's like, if you're going to have somebody be the backup, why won't you have me be the backup? You already made me put my whole life on the line. And this is what Sijara said. Now, I think that she rolled the dice and the shit came up snake eyes. What are you going to do? What are you going to do if you're ready? If you're actually ready to gamble on your career, then you have to be ready to lose it all. That's what a gamble is. That's how gambling works. She rolled the dice and it happened to come up snake eyes. Okay? I mean, the dealer's got 21. The dealer has 21. You put it all out there and the dealer has 21. You put it all on. You put everything on black and it came up 00. You know what I mean? There's so many gambling references because that's what she did. She gambled. She gambled with her career. But to be honest, I'm not mad at it one bit because I would have done the same thing. I have gambled with my own career at times. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. But you do live to fight another day. That's the one thing I will say. I don't think that Sijara Eubanks is completely out of it. But it looks like they're gearing Katlyn Chookagian up for the next title shot. And I have a feeling that we'll probably never see the rematch between Sijara Eubanks and Katlyn Chookagian. Unless, all right, hear me out on this one. The only way that we get to see that fight, okay, let me step back a little bit. I say that we'll never see it because if Katlyn Chookagian beats Jessica Eye, that means that she then fights for the title, and then that means that she's going to be fighting Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina's not losing to Katlyn Chookagian, who's dancing around the octagon all the time. Valentina's going to just clip. Valentina's going to have fun because that style that Katlyn Chookagian uses, that's the Holly Holm style, and we already know Valentina is primo. When it comes to that style, dancing around, Valentina has supreme intelligence, supreme IQ, supreme fight IQ. She knows how to run that octagon against these people who are more evasive fighters, use a lot of footwork and things like that. So I don't know. Chookagian may need to think about some things before going in there with Valentina because she would smoke her. Valentina would smoke that style. Absolutely smoke that style. And that's the same reason why JJ is just going to get out. She's just going to get outclassed in there. She won't get outworked because Valentina does not overwork herself. She chooses her strikes very wisely. But once she pulls the trigger, they literally start tumbling down on your ass like an avalanche. You don't even know where to start. You don't even know which piece to pick up first to fix the situation. It's that bad. So I'll just say that's my piece on it. Katlyn ain't getting through Valentina. So that just means that it's going to be, I guess maybe if Katlyn loses, then she'll fight Sijara Eubanks. Now, what I was going to say is I would be very happy with the UFC. I would commend the UFC if they had Jessica Eye fight Katlyn Chookagian, and they have Sijara Eubanks fight Roxanne Modafferi. Two very easy fights for both of these contenders to win. The contenders are Sijara Eubanks and Katlyn Chookagian, right? The new guard kind of rolling up the old guard and packing them up into the storage closet. You know what I mean? Just kind of that turnover where we can see the new fighters now taking over. So I would just say, if that's what it is, if this is a contender match where you find out who the contenders are, then I would love that. If they're doing it like that, then I would truly commend the UFC because that now makes sense. That would make sense. Let each fighter put a small little feather in their cap. I understand that Roxanne Modafferi, she's not a feather. She's not a feather. So Sijara Eubanks would have to go in there and smash this girl Khabib style, seriously. But Katlyn Chookagian, as long as she dispatches, but not a decision, Katlyn, please, finish Jessica Eye. If they can both get finishes, then that matchup for these two to come together for the rematch, it may not be a big fight, but I would be anticipating it. We on Channel MMA, man, we would enjoy it. I do believe that we've got some pretty diehard fans, some pretty hardcore fans, and we're not just looking for the next star necessarily. We're looking for a good scrap, a good balanced matchup. And that's a good balanced matchup. A striker versus a BJJ artist? I just think Sijara Eubanks has evolved so much more since that L, man. I really do. Sajar's got to get that one back, and it's easy to get back. You look at Katlyn Chookagian's fight, you're like, oh, okay. And you're just holding your breath, waiting for something to happen, and nothing really happens. But then she wins the fight. You know, it's just, I'm not going to bag on her too bad. I've enjoyed watching Katlyn Chookagian fight. To be honest, I'm going to be honest. I have enjoyed watching her fight. It's just, I really wish that she would finish a fight a little bit. You know, just kind of go for that, have that killer instinct, like that Suarez instinct, that Aspen Ladd instinct. I just wish she would get there a little bit, but who knows? Who knows? We might just be seeing it when she fights Jessica Eye. Anyways, I've laid out quite a few different options, different scenarios that could play out. The scenario that I want to see is contender matches. These are contender matches. Let Sijara Eubanks go in there and wax Roxy, and then let Katlyn Chookagian dispatch of Jessica Eye. And then let's see these two come together. Let's see the new guard come together. And then let's let that be the title eliminator match. And by the time they get 4 wins in a row, whoever comes out of that match, Sijara Eubanks versus Katlyn Chookagian, that means that they have 4 wins in a row. Well, not Eubanks. Eubanks will have 3 wins in a row. But whoever gets it, that means that they are on a true run. And then when they go up and fight for the title, there's a resume. There's some experience, there's some intelligence, there's some confidence. I'm serious. I mean, build this division the right way. It's too new for bullshit. It's too new for that. I hate to get heated about it, but damn, man, this damn UFC women's flyweight division, it's on the brink of greatness. It's just, the UFC is just, it's like they're having a hard time figuring it out, but we're going to give them time. I just gave them the best option available. This is the option that will truly develop the division. Anyways, guys, leave your thoughts on this one in the comment section. It is getting a little bit deeper. Things are getting a little bit more complex and complicated in this damn flyweight division. But let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave your thoughts in the comment section.